This is Bank to Binary's interview with the experts. How's binary options trading different from traditional Forex?
To begin with, binary options is a lot simpler to trade with, very, very user-friendly, and reach out to the smallest trader sitting at his home with something as little as $500 to trade with, and be able to make profits without having to go through many different types of analytical information before they place a trade. So to begin with, it's a lot simpler. Then comes the reward factor. Binary options offer a 70 to 90% reward depending on what you're trading with. So when you open a transaction on a currency pair, all you need is 1 pip above or below the opening price at expiration in order to make the 70 to 90% return. Now, with Forex, in order to make such a high return, the markets have to move dramatically in order to reach them kind of targets. Why it ranges from 70 to 90%? It's simply because different currency pairs offer different rewards, and different expirations on the particular currency pairs will also give you a different reward.
Yeah.
The other very good thing, which is very useful for daily traders, is that with binary options, the risk-reward ratio is always pre-calculated, so you know before the trade how much you can possibly make or lose. Whereas with Forex, if you open a position without placing a take profit or a stop loss, then that position might wipe out your whole account without you being able to stop this if you're not in front of your computer. Whereas with binary options, you have an expiration, so you can only lose a certain amount. And the other very important thing is that there is no spread in the binary options market. Simply speaking, the buying and the selling price is divided by 2, so you get one price. Either by buying or selling, the price is the same. Whereas with Forex, in order to make a profit, you have to overcome the 2 to 3 pip spread and then start making some profit.
Okay, well, binary options are based on real assets. They're based on currencies, the Euro USD, the GBP, and so on. Tell me how, I think a lot of people are curious about how the relationship works between the euro and the dollar.
Right. The euro and the dollar are the most competing currency pairs of the market, simply because they come from the 2 biggest markets of the world, the European market and the American market. Now, depending on what kind of news we have on either market will affect the performance of the currency pair. So if the GDP in the US is slightly lower than the previous GDP recording, then that will affect the dollar, and obviously will push the euro up, or vice versa. If the Eurozone is not performing very well like it is right now, then obviously the dollar can take advantage of the weakness in the euro and raise against it.
And do binary option traders trade on news, or do they trade on results from economic data?
Well, the thing with Bank to Binary, we have 5 different platforms to accommodate both news traders and long-term traders. So we have the 60-second platform and the binary options digital platform, where you can go on short-term trades that range from 60 seconds to the end of day. And then we have the binary meta platform, which is very similar to the MT4, which is a Forex platform that you can trade on expirations on up to 4 to 5 months. So we do cover a broad area of the market, if you like.
Okay, let's take a specific example. Let's say the UK releases lower than expected GDP figures. So in other words, their economy has slowed down. Actually, the UK is currently in a recession. How does that affect the pound against the dollar, for example?
Right, that would obviously have a negative effect on the sterling in comparison to the dollar, obviously because GDP readings are the most important indicators of economic performance. So a GDP reading in any country would have a direct effect on its currency. Obviously the GBP is one of the strongest currencies in the market, if not the strongest. It has always been in very good figures for many years. And there is also a wealth of analytical material on our website that you can do technical analysis and try to make a view on where the market's going to move in the future. Combining it with fundamental news like the GDP.
Yes. All right. And when are currency markets open?
Currency markets are open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, excluding the weekends.
Okay. And how does a trader make a decision on which way a currency will go? How does a trader use analysis in more depth?
Right. There's two ideologies behind that. One of it is the technical analysis, and the second one is fundamental analysis. Technical analysis is basically using technical indicators to analyze charts, which obviously show you readings of the past, and try to make a prediction on whether the market is going to move by using technical indicators like the relative strength index or Fibonacci or moving average, convergence, divergence.
Yes.
And then you can combine that with fundamental analysis, which is the news we watch daily on TV, like wars breaking out or oil companies are having leaks or natural disasters like we had lately in the US with the hurricane.
Sandy, yeah.
So if you combine the two and trade in a disciplined manner and obviously don't place trades unless you're fully educated on the trade you're about to place, then you should do well. If you sit in front of a platform and just trade for the sake of it and try to make money, it won't happen. You have to be disciplined and trade with logic, and obviously never place any kind of trade with no rationale behind it.
How do you answer the debate or the controversy that some people say that binary options is gambling?
Well, I utterly disagree with something like that, because gambling has entirely to do with the luck. Now, trading or binary options, whether it be binary options or currency pairs on a Forex platform or even stock trading over the counter, has absolutely nothing to do with luck. It has to do with analysing the markets and try to predict a future movement and take advantage of it by investing money in any of the different transferable financial instruments that we have in the markets.
And again, we go back to the fact that binary options do have underlying assets linked to the trades, like the currencies, which are coming from the economic performance of a country and so on.
So if trading has nothing to do with luck, and it's got to do with knowledge and research and analysis, then you can't compare it to gambling. It's just two different things.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.